Is it a yay or a nay for Kanye? I don't know if that was an intentional, subtle dig. Hey guys, what is up? My name is Michaela Smith Campbell, the fashion designer and founder for the fashion design brand MACK Smith, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm super excited to be doing because I am going to be going over the Grammys 2025 red carpet looks. For this video, I am actually really excited to do because I am a huge fan of music. I love all kinds of genres of music, and so many of the celebrities and artists that walked the red carpet last night, especially the ones who won an award, I'm going to be going over in today's video. So stay tuned. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and also give this video a thumbs up as well. Of course, to start off, the first artist that I'll be going over really needs no introduction, and she took over the whole night with the iconic, historic award, being the first Black woman to win the Grammy for the Country Album of the Year, and that is none other than Beyonce herself. Of course, I love what she is doing in the country genre. I mean, being the first Black person, especially Black woman, to earn a country album of the year at the Grammys is a huge win, and especially that's a win for a lot of the Black artists that were also on her album. A lot of the Black country artists, you know, I know how she talked about Linda Martell. I had no idea. Comment below if you guys did not know who Linda Martell was. I had no idea who she was. She was one of the first Black women in country music almost 50 years ago. I think that bringing awareness and also bringing the educational background that Black people created country music. Even before we go into this look, I just have to say, I love what she's doing for the country music genre, and I love how she's introducing so many of us, the world, to a lot of these smaller, lesser known Black country music artists by involving them in her album. And also, it wasn't just a win for her, but it was a win for a lot of the other country Black artists too, so I was super proud. To be honest, I do love all genres of music, but I don't really often listen to country. I'm not really familiar with a lot of the artists. I know a few of the big country singers, but none of them are Black and none of them are people of color. I just love and admire what she's doing so much. It's more than just music. It really is a movement. And honestly, with this album, it's perfect timing. Her win is a perfect timing, especially what's going on politically, socially, around the world. I think the world needed this, needed to see Cowboy Carter, and they needed to see a Black woman win. Not only did she win for the best country album for the Grammys, she also won the best album of the year, period, which is one of her first awards for this category of her almost 30 years of being in the music game. So I'm super happy and I'm super proud of what she's doing, and honestly I feel like it was a win for all of us. I feel like it was a win for all Black people, a win for all Black women and women of color. And of course, the Grammy decorated artist looked beautiful, but specifically the gown she was wearing was a Schiaparelli gown, and I love these crystal and beads on the gown, and I love how she also matched the color of like this golden color with the Grammy Awards, because of course if you want to win a Grammy you gotta match it. And she just looks stunning. I love her platinum blonde hair. She just did the straight hair, bust down, right parted in the middle, and I love how she paired it with the long sleeve gloves. And when you look closely at the detail for her gown, it has a bandana kind of print going into that country signature print, the bandana. So I love how she incorporated that into a high fashion moment wearing Schiaparelli. Of course, she's so thoughtful and intentional with what she does and what she promotes. I just love that crossover between fashion and what she's representing, the country. I mean, the bandeau print. She looked glamorous. I definitely give her a 10 out of 10 for this look. Next up, the next artist I'll be going over, he of course also won history for the most Grammys for one song in so many different categories, and that is none other than Kendrick Lamar. And obviously his song Not Like Us, it blew up the charts, but even more so what he was wearing on the red carpet, he wore the Canadian tuxedo, and that is an all denim head to toe look. Denim from head to toe is called the Canadian tuxedo, and I almost wanted to say it was a subtle dig at Drake. Obviously Drake is a Canadian artist, he's from Canada, and his song Not Like Us was a diss track towards Drake, so that was also, I felt, was very intentional. The denim suit was also Mason Margiela, and even the baseball cap that he wore, the denim vest, the denim jeans. I mean, from head to toe, denim on denim on denim. And you can't go wrong with the denim look. Denim never really goes out of style. It's such a classic look, especially the Canadian tuxedo. That will never go out of style. It's classic. And I love how he just dressed it up with his platinum gold and diamond necklaces. And he just looked so cool. I love Kendrick Lamar because he is always himself. He shows up to any award show as himself, and he is so casual and he's just so comfortable with who he is. So I loved this look, the Canadian tuxedo look. I thought it was a bit comedic, not gonna lie, as he's there for the Not Like Us song, and it's a Canadian tuxedo. So I don't know if that was an intentional subtle dig, but it definitely stayed on theme for his song, his biggest hit song of the year, this past year. So definitely I would give this look a 10 out of 10 because I love all denim. You can never go wrong with all denim, and denim is so fun and yet comfortable at the same time. I love it. The next look, you guys, this is also on my list for the different looks at the Grammys, and I had to go with Kanye West's wife, Bianca Sensory. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I have so many mixed feelings. I had to, obviously this is just the red carpet. They went on the red carpet and they left. So this was a really, really quick moment. She showed up on the red carpet with her husband Kanye in an all head to toe fur jacket. And as she stepped on the carpet, she took it off, and first we saw her backside, and she was wearing a nude, sheer, completely transparent, see-through mini dress, sleeveless at that, but all you saw was her ass, her boobs, and her coochie. And she turned around, so you saw her front. Obviously, it was blurred out. I have mixed feelings because this was definitely planned. I mean, even if she showed up, they definitely had to have some kind of a conversation because Kanye didn't really react. He just stood there, and she was just so nonchalant with it. So I definitely think that there was previous conversation before stepping on the red carpet. I don't know if it's going towards making a statement in general, or if it's fashionable, because there's not really much to the eye. So I don't really know if I can truly say this is avant-garde. I mean, it definitely was surprising, and I mean, she looked beautiful. She looked amazing. I mean, her face, her makeup, her hair slicked back. It's definitely a clean look, literally and figuratively. A clean look she had. I don't really know if I should call this look avant-garde or more so of a conversational publicity stunt. She looked amazing. Kanye West, he looked good, but I don't know. Like, let me know in the comments below, because I definitely had to go over this look because it really wasn't much to the eye. It's not really a full look, and I was trying so hard to find the designer, even for the sheer dress. I don't know if she just pulled it out of her closet, but I mean, she looked good nonetheless. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, she has a great body, she has a beautiful face, she's a beautiful woman. I wanted to also include this just to be fair and get range for the different kinds of looks on the red carpet, this obviously being one. Is it a yay or a nay for Kanye? I don't know, you guys. I'm honestly struck at this one. And usually I have my mind made up, but this one, I feel like it could go either way. I feel like it could be either avant-garde or it could go in the direction of just trying to get headlines for maybe a project coming up. To me, I feel like I'm a little bit on both sides because it's never been done before. It's definitely a moment in award show history. It is a moment in the fashion topics because Kanye West and whoever he's with, he always has his girl as a muse, and she is a muse of Kanye's. There's no question about it. So that's why I'm thinking maybe could have been a fashion statement, because Kanye, he's very fashion forward, whether you like it or not. I liked it. It was fun. It was something different for the Grammys red carpet for sure. Do I think it should have been displayed at the Grammys? Probably not, but I do think that, I mean, she looked good. She looked amazing. I liked the drama it was giving. I liked how they just came in, she showed up and just left. I don't know, again, if that was like a whole plan of the art process or art show, or if there was previous conversation. You can't have true art if it's not controversial and people are talking about it. So I'm definitely one talking about it. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this look, because I'm honestly on both ends of the spectrum. I don't even know if she was comfortable, to be honest. I don't know, but let me know in the comments below what you guys feel. Is this avant-garde? Is this daring? And also in an iconic moment? I feel like it could be definitely be an iconic moment as well. Let me know what you guys think. Next up on this list for the artist that walked the red carpet for the Grammys look is the artist herself, Doechii. She was the 4th woman to receive the best rap album of the year in Grammy history. So that's a huge win for her. And she was wearing from head to toe on the red carpet none other than Thom Browne. This look was so intricate. There were so many details. I mean, there was a hip bustier, and the bustier itself was strapless, and it was pinstripe wool. So it's giving very business-like. And I liked how on the top, and this is so Thom Browne, he always has that preppy school, boarding school kind of look. And I love how the top was a regular poplin long sleeve button-up blouse. And honestly, you guys, the back detail, that was one of my favorite parts, because it really is a long corset that just sucked her in and also gave a lot of volume by the hip. So I like how the hips just jutted out. And even on the back, the lacing, just the closure itself was so intricate. I thought it was so beautiful. Like the darker pink color against the gray wool. Just the detail in itself. She looked amazing in this. And I also liked her makeup. Her hair was on point. I like how she did the braids. So I think she looked phenomenal. She looked amazing. And throughout the whole night, actually, she was wearing a lot of Thom Browne look, including in her performance as well. She looked phenomenal. So the next artist is the new artist, Chappell Roan. Honestly, you guys, before the Grammy, I've never heard of her before. She's a newer artist. From head to toe, she was wearing Jean Paul Gaultier from his Vintage Couture Archival collection, from his Spring 2003 collection. I liked it. I liked it. This is another controversial look. Either you're with it or you're not. Either you love it or you hate it, because her makeup, she's giving very drag, her makeup. And I like it. It's different. I mean, every award show that you go to, especially the Grammys, which is the Oscar night for the music industry, of course, you can go either the classical route, looking beautiful and pretty, or you can go something artsy and daring. And the Chappell Roan, I looked up her Instagram, and that is her aesthetic. I thought that was just like a costume kind of look for the makeup and the big, you know, Jean Paul Gaultier gown. But that is her aesthetic, and I honestly love it. I'm with it, you guys. It's something different. It's something fresh. The makeup, purposely exaggerated with the gown, was giving very costume-esque vibes. It was very tulle heavy. This Jean Paul Gaultier gown was actually the rendition of the painter Edgar Degas of the Dancer with the Bouquet of Flowers on the dress. So you can kind of see like that painting on the dress, the tulle. And I love the colors, the warm colors. You see a lot of yellows, you see a lot of oranges. It's very tulle heavy. It's very soft but yet whimsical. So I loved that balance, and it was a lot at once, but it wasn't so tacky. This look for me almost reminded me of a Lady Gaga, something that Lady Gaga would have done when she first came out in 2009. This was giving me that kind of nostalgic feel of familiarity with what Lady Gaga would do. Like, I know Lady Gaga, she would wear the bold makeup, the yellow makeup, you know, back in the day when she first came out as a newer artist. That was giving the vibe, last night at the Grammys. I also admired her speech when she did win a Grammy for the Best New Artist, because she pointed out the fact and called out record labels for not taking care of a lot of their artists, especially their newer, younger artists. She shared her experience of when she started, her record label didn't support her with health insurance or didn't support her through having a livable wage as a new artist. And it was really intriguing because when you think that an artist is signed to a record label, you automatically assume that they're making so much money. And so the fact that she pointed and called out a lot of record labels, especially her record label, she didn't say which record label she had at the time, it made me think. And I don't know how you guys also felt about it if you guys did watch her acceptance speech. One thing I did admire and see a lot of at the Grammys is a lot of these artists speaking up about a lot of political issues or social issues or economic issues and using their platform to spread intentional thinking and just spread messages about things that a lot of people might not understand or just different perspectives of theirs. It's important your voice is heard, especially if you're using your platform. It can reach so many other people in a good way. The next artist, I had to put him on this list, even though he didn't win any Grammys last night, but I had to put him on this list, and that is Jaden Smith, because of course, what he was wearing on his head. And I feel like Jaden Smith, I mean, he looked great. The Louis Vuitton suit from head to toe looked great on him. I mean, you cannot go wrong with the classic black and white suit. And then on his head, it threw me off. He's known for doing out of the box things. I mean, last night he was in the box. Known for doing out of the box kind of things, fashion forward thing. And the piece he was wearing was in a body headpiece. And this was a castle. And he was literally in the foam castle. So this was different. It was out of the box. It went well with his suit, I'm not going to lie. And of course, for the Grammys, a lot of artists like to step it up another notch because it's the Grammys. You're not going to wear an average gown. There are some artists that want to look pretty, and there are some artists that want to go out of the box and do different fashion forward kind of things. And I felt like this is a fashion forward kind of idea with Jaden Smith wearing that headpiece on his head. I think he looked great in a weird way. I didn't really get the direction he was trying to go in, to be honest. I think that he could have did without it, and he looked great regardless whether it was on or off. I just didn't understand the direction he was trying to go in. It looked cool nonetheless, I'm not gonna lie. He probably could have taken it off inside. I would have really loved to see him do something cool and different with his hair, because now he's growing out his hair, and I honestly love it when he grows out his hair. So I would have loved to see him do like some cool braids. Maybe he could have created something with his hair, like braids, and he could have done like the castle himself with his hair. Like he could have gotten like a really cool hair stylist to style his hair in a really cool structural manner to give a more avant-garde feeling that relates to him rather than just putting a headpiece on his head. I just didn't understand that whole concept of the headpiece on his head. I don't know if he was just trying to be fashion forward and just different, but for me, it could have done better without. Of course, he was standing next to his sister, Willow Smith, on the red carpet for the Grammys as well. And Willow was wearing Alexander McQueen. Of course, I loved how they were both matching and coinciding with each other, like the black. And then Willow, she had that long black blazer. It almost looked like a peacoat, but it was like a satin blazer, and I think she looked amazing in it. She had a bandeau top, and I mean her legs, I love it when she shows her legs off because she has such long legs, and I think she looks amazing. My favorite part about her look was her short hair. I love the silhouette of her hair and like the afro, how she parted it. I think she looks amazing. They can both pull off so many different looks, and I love how they're both fashion forward kind of people. Let me know what you guys would rate these looks. And then last but certainly not least, for the Grammys, I honestly wanted to add her because I don't talk about her often, and that is Sabrina Carpenter. I had to add her in because I thought that this dress looked amazing on her. I was like, oh my god, like she looks amazing. When I have seen her on TikTok or throughout like quick snippets of her music videos, she always has that cute bubblegum candy kind of look and aesthetic, like that old retro kind of look, sweet look to her. But when I saw her last night, I was like, it's giving grown and sexy, but yet it's still staying within her kind of style of like that sweet, cute, younger girl. She was giving a Cinderella aesthetic in her J.W. Anderson gown, and this gown was a pretty baby blue halter neck gown on her, and by the waist it had these ostrich feathers, you guys. It looked stunning on her, and I love the idea of adding ostrich feather to the waist. I mean, it made her waist just look wide. It made her look curvy and just accentuated her body even more. And then when she turned around, it was a backless dress, you guys. And then she had like a silver necklace with a diamond just hanging on the back. She just looked stunning. I mean, of course, her signature hair with her bangs, she looks stunning. So I definitely had to give her props for this look. She did this look in a sophisticated kind of way too. I like the light baby blue details, like the ostrich feather, and then how it was backless, and then also that diamond just like necklace that just hung off her backside. Everything was perfect from head to toe. Let me know what you guys think below of these artists that I went over. Of course, there were so many other artists throughout the night that also won Grammys. But for me, I just wanted to go over the main artists that were highly anticipated and talked about throughout the night, and that also caught my eye. Let me know what you guys think below of this video, and what would you rate these artists as well? I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.